Practical Principles. This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing Talk and Tarot, so go ahead and drop your questions into the chat, the comments, whatever it is on your system. We'll be doing live readings for the next hour or so. And I will get our camera set up and then we'll shuffle cards. So, that's about right. So, voila, the workspace. A little far, but it's all good. So I'd have to leave it in there, which is fine. So, Prisma Visions. Cosmovisions. Lost Forest. Can't remember if I said the Lost Forest. This one. Slide this up a bit. We've got Destiny there. We've got this. That's alright. I'm going to shuffle anyways. These are both Lucine. This one is Midnight Edition, and the other one is Twilight Edition. Hey, Nicole. How's it going? Yes. Go ahead and ask your question, or if you're wanting a general, that's fine too. Just let me know. That gets all our decks up to date. Okay. I'll go ahead and highlight that. Okay. Looks like Prisma's going to be answering this one. Let's see. So these are both relevant. Is that, check them. Maybe all our cards. Okay. And then do we have an order? Okay. Okay. Alright, then timing. Okay, I'm not getting timing yet. This is the bigger thing that's coming up. This will follow after it. It's still significant. It's just not as significant as the first. We've got Eight of Pentacles. And we've got the Hanged Man. Interesting. So I know she's watering flowers in the picture. Oh, actually, I don't know if you can, just because it's probably small resolution there. She's watering flowers, sunflowers, but the message of the Eight of Pentacles is to keep maintaining what you've built up at this point. So this would suggest the relationships you have, keep attending to them, keep them up. Generally, this isn't a card of new beginnings and stuff like that. So this doesn't actually speak to a romantic relationship getting started. More so, it speaks to keeping what you've got going. The Hanged Man is interesting. This deals with a change in perspective. And I'm not exactly sure if that means one of your non-romantic relationships will shift into a romantic one, if that will become an opportunity in your eyes, or if there's something else. I mean, it could also be from their end, but more likely this would be a shift in your perspective. As far as timing goes, Yeah, I'm not getting anything really solid. And it's probably just a matter of how much you're tending to those relationships. Years would definitely be stretching it. But as far as the scale of months, like that's still very much within your control and how you handle things. So any question or clarification, Nicole? Hey, Sandy. Okay, we'll ask about that. Okay. Just want to make sure we're good. No problem. So Sandy's question. Insight into this attraction, this pull. Or I guess yeah, that's a good enough way of phrasing that. Sorry. Okay. We'll be using Cosmo for this one. This one has different names and slightly different meanings, so we might need to double check the guide for some of these, depending on what comes up. Okay. Okay. Got those. Okay, I think that might be everything. Let's check. Okay, got all the cards. This was of lesser import. This one is also a smaller detail. So this is going to be our main explanation, our factor, however you want to call that. And yeah, okay. We've got the maze, we've got the shore, and we've got the spirit plane. Hey team, doing well. So the maze would normally be temperance, the shore, the tower, and the spirit plane, the chariot, in a normal tarot deck. The maze focuses on compromise. Um, so as far as what you're finding about this person, maybe you're getting, it might be crude to say it this way, but you might be getting a better deal from this person than you do from other people. Just how they interact with you and negotiate with you. It's either kinder or more fair. Something about their approach appeals. The shore is interesting. Again, this would normally be the tower, which is fairly destructive. But there's a silver lining. I want to double check that one though. The spirit plane, the chariot, the normal card for this is a fast, has a high energy, fast pace. This version of it is pretty slow. This one takes a more making progress by staying still and really getting your bearings. That was pretty light detail though, but maybe that's something that draws you. It's not such a high, fast pace. Let me check on the shore, see if there's something extra standing out. Yeah, okay. So still very much the same. So the silver lining with the shore, even though it is destructive, even though it overthrows a lot of what you knew, norms you had, it's revealing the fact that those weren't well-founded, weren't well-based. Reality is different from what those expectations were. And even though this is destructive and tears down those structures in a sense, it's revealing a better foundation to build on. So, yeah. Our big draw is how. We're getting closer to reality, even if it is knocking down the walls, so to speak. And then it's not pressured, pushed, really. It's going the right speed and still making progress. So, let me know if you've got any questions, Sandy. And that's fine. We're not saying that he's odd in any very particular way. These are qualities you're only going to pick up on by interacting with him, though. So, I didn't get anything on them towards you, but we were more focused on what your attraction to him was. So let's see if we've got the other side. Okay, just the one card, and I think it's really just giving us the gist. So, Two of Lotuses. Yeah, that is promising for a mutual attraction, as you put it. Okay. Glad I could help. And we can go ahead and drop this while I clean up the cards. Again, welcome to Talking Tarot. Feel free to drop in your questions, your comments. Free readings for the next 40 or so minutes at this point. Yeah, or again, we can just chat. There's plenty to talk about. I'm just doing not much of a talking, so. I am. Hope you're doing good too. We've got a quiet crowd. I've already killed time as much as I can with shuffling. We might call that good. I'll leave it running for a bit. Oh, there we go. Definitely. We can find out. Go ahead and show the birds. Lost Forest. Okay. And I was going to say, but it is very random. The way you ask it is a yes, no. That doesn't stop me from getting extra details now and then. For some people, it really is just that. But a lot of time we can get some stuff. And if we need to follow up to answer your second question, what's important, we can do that too. That's fine. Usually I get 3 cards for yes, no's, but this one's being pretty simple. Here's the card itself. Yeah, so we're doubling up on this answering yes, no, as well as giving you some insight. We might still need a follow-up. Worrying for no reason, yes. Strength is an affirmative card, and it speaks to your own power, whether or not you're acknowledging it. It suggests you have a resilience and a wherewithal to overcome and conquer. So let me set that aside, and I'll see if there's anything else important. But it might just be a trusting yourself sort of thing. So hey Alexis, how's it going? Hey Sean, give us a sec and we'll get to your questions. Excellent. Yeah, like there's some stuff I could pull, but we've already got the primary thing with strength, Deborah. So I think you're already good to go. It's probably just giving yourself more credit than you're already doing. The only other thing that might help is if you're anxious about the future and anticipating things more so than dealing with them, it could just be calming that down and waiting for things to actually be a problem. Oh, definitely. It is a card of power. Whether that's one battle or many battles. So you know your situation better. If it's speaking to a particular thing, if that's really what you were asking about, well, then that's what it was answering. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Easier to deal with one real enemy than 10 imaginary ones. So. Okay. Yeah. So, Sean. Whenever you want, Alexis. I just keep track of it in the chat, so I'm not overloaded yet, so feel free to drop it in. You'll be after Shauna, because we are pretty on top of things right now. No problem. Okay. That's okay. Midnight edition of Free Scene. Let's see. Next. Yes. I think we got it all. And 3 is normal for this. So. Okay. So combination is going to give us our yes, no. This one has some extra detail. 9 of Swords, Page of Wands, and then 5 of Pentacles. Okay. The 5 of Pentacles puts a damper on things. Let me double check 9 of Wands. Just because there's a few wands that are... okay. Yeah, no, there were a few other exceptions, but in that case, it's a yes. So these 2 yes, this one no. Together, it's a yes, but may take time. So we're either looking at end of the year or maybe even a bit into next year. It might be pushing that time frame a bit. But so that's the time frame we're looking at. 5 of Pentacles speaks to hardship. So I don't know if, as you're going through the process of getting your own, if it's just going to be a crapshoot for the first part. Bear with it though, because we do get it in the end. So, yeah. And then, hey Sal, let me do Alexis first, and then we'll get to yours. I'm going to try to get back soon. Soon may not be very soon in the grand scheme of things, but I'll see if I can get a sense of that sort of timing too. Sorry about that. Lost Forest will be answering this one. It's definitely feeling. Okay. Yes, no, and then this card will be giving us some detail. The Fool, the Sun, 4 of Fire, so normally 4 of Wands. All yes cards. So, yeah. I was just looking at the wands. I should be able to remember. But yeah. So, yes, trying to come back. And then the Sun is a positive card. It speaks of joy. It speaks of abundance. Good things. So, them re-entry would be a positive thing. As far as let me see. Sorry, I was just looking at timing because the grand scheme is pretty high level. Okay, the sense I'm getting is the next year, maybe 2, probably not the next few months. The only thing I'm worried about, just given how the question is worded, is that they try to come. And I'm worried that you just might not see that effort. And that it'll effectively appear like, no, they weren't coming. So that's my only concern there. But otherwise, yeah, they're going to try coming back. Okay. Hey, got something in my throat. Let me go ahead and do Sally's question, and then we can do your general one. Does my promise regret hiring me? Well, we'll find out. Okay. We're just getting the yes, no. It feels like there's something else to talk about. I don't know that it's necessarily on the same subject. But yeah, this one's just keeping it simple. Hey, Shmanta. How's it? We've got transmute, that's unique to this one. We've got the Hierophant, and we've got Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Let me double check Hierophant real quick, but this would suggest yes overall. Yeah. Yeah. Solid yes. So, best of luck, I guess. I don't know how they deal with regret, so. Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and do Yamina's reading, and then you'll be up to bat, Shamata. You can do it. Sure. I've got a few to do, Asen, but yeah, we'll get to your question too. We should have enough time. And thanks for liking and subscribing. All right. Yum. Sorry about that. Okay. There were other smaller things, but it doesn't feel like we're in a hurry to address them. So we're intentionally just getting the one. Okay. Yeah. We've got the Crow. So this would normally be the Magician. And I'll see if Cosmo, since it's a little special, has anything different. But this deals with um, um, some people call this the manifester. You're able to make what you imagine, what you want, into a reality. It indicates a certain resourcefulness and wherewithal to make it happen. Hey, Buttercup. Yeah, go ahead and ask. We've just got a number of questions, so it'll be a little bit before I answer. And yeah, so this matches up with the typical magician. Doing pretty well, apart from my cough today. But I probably just need some water. So yeah, Yamana, this would speak to typical magician, being able to manifest and create. And I guess I'll just add creating what you want. If you wish to offer your services to others, your creative power, great, but it is your power. So just wanted to emphasize that real quick. We've got Shimanta, and then after Shimanta will be Asin, and then Buttercup. We're looking at career and finances. No problem. Have fun. Okay. Okay. Just the one card, and it's skewed, so it'll be offset the regular meaning. So we'll read through it, but I'll just have to sense what the offset is. 9 of Wands. This deals with pushing through, grit, nearing the finish line, sort of thinking. So where you're struggling now, I mean, you probably are, but you're also probably soon to be out. So a little optimism there, but we need to figure out this skew. So, endurance, maintaining control, resilience. Those are the keywords associated with it. The good news is that your idea is finally starting to take off. It no longer needs your constant care and attention to survive on. In fact, it's so successful, it's quickly growing beyond your control. As daunting as it may seem, you must throw yourself into maintaining it, as there will be many unforeseen challenges to monitor and train. Your final test is overcoming the vision itself. And then I've got to figure out what the skew on that is. So, one moment. The sense I'm getting is solid habits. Times are hard now, but by doing good practices, taking care of things, budgeting, whatnot, by establishing those now, those will carry you through not just the bad times, but also the good times. You'll be able to capitalize and exploit all the success to its fullest. So it's tough, but make sure you've got those processes, procedures, whatever you need to be successful in that area. All of that stuff needs to be in place. It still has an element of pushing through. It's as in just a tough period. So, yes, Stephanie, and let me know if you've got a specific question or if you're wanting a general reading. Mason. And just to recap, we'll be doing ASIN now, Buttercup next, and then Stephanie. Okay. That's current feeling. Yep. Classic Destiny. Okay. Let's see what we can get. And it's hard. But we are going to get past it. Well, at least this bout. I think there's probably at least one more coming as well. But you'll push through. You'll be able to make it. So. You're probably more worried about you than I am. Have a little more faith. You'll be fine. I won't take it too fast. Okay. Hey, Cherry. How's it going? Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so we got a little more than you asked for. This is feelings towards you. Thanks. This, how to describe, is their perception or view of you. Some of this might be unconscious, though. So, and then this is actually describing us, or at least an aspect of us. So, yeah, go ahead and ask your question, Chariot. I'm just getting to them as I get through them. Okay, we've got the Star, we've got Seven of Swords, and then we've got Emperor. So as far as feelings towards you, not great. Seven of Swords deals with betrayal and deception, and I don't get the sense that this is entirely a facade. More so, just that the feelings are so fickle. The two-edged sword. It'll cut you as easily as it'll love you. Emperor speaks favorably of you having power and authority. So nothing bad there. The skewed star, I do want to check on. Just because, well, and maybe it's not relevant because you got what you were asking for, but the star usually is a message of hope, faith, and guidance. But this one is skewed, so this is a digital guide, so if I'm looking, I'm just going to skim this one. Okay. The part that's standing out, and I'll go ahead and read it. The star allows you to shine your light in your projects, your relationships, and your hard work and finances. The sense I'm getting from that is that the influence in your life is intentional. From the cosmic scale, if you want to think of it like that. It will shape you in some way and help you develop and grow. I don't know that that's so much they're doing, so much as their role coming into your life. So, yeah. Best of luck dealing with that. Yep. Okay. Let me find. Hey, look at me. I am doing it. So we've got Buttercup, we've got Stephanie, and then we've got Chariot. And then Lavina, I haven't done your question yet. I'm probably just going to answer that afterwards, if that's all right, on Messenger. Just because we are running over. So. I've got some residual cough and gunk in my throat, so, but nothing um, really bogging me down. So. Okay, Buttercup. Actions of R towards you. There we go. And it's the same one. I'm still doing live readings, but I'm already over time, so I'm just not going to be able to take many more questions before I need to jump off. So. Yeah. Left one is going to speak to actions. The right side is speaking to the intent. And I don't know how conscious the intent is. But so as far as answering your question, the left one is what you were actually asking for. Right is extra. Four of Swords, and then over here, 10 of Cups. So, and I'm pausing just because I want to make sure I get this right. Because Four of Swords, you might not be able to see the notes, but it's rest and recovery. And yeah, it sounds like that they're basically going to suggest or try implementing a break, a pause. And that's not bad. What you're getting from here with the 10 of Cups, prosperity, celebration, there's almost nothing better for full emotion, a good heart. So when they say they need a break, they honestly think that's for the best. And that's not necessarily an end to the relationship or anything like that. It's just, yeah, they need that break. Or they think you need that break. I guess I don't know the particular reason, the logical reason. But we've got good intent behind this. So as far as when that comes, be accepting. The only thing I would push for maybe is getting some sort of timeline when it can be revisited. Not necessarily when it's over, but basically when to touch base. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. No problem. Hmm. There we go. Chariot. If KHC will contact you. Okay. The way you phrased it is a yes/no. I'm sure there's some interest in when that is, and if I can get a sense of that, I'll let you know. Okay. Sure. Go ahead and ask the question. I do need to hop off soon, but we can probably slip in another. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we've just got the yes/no. Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Tiny Elephants. This would suggest no. The only positive card here is the Tiny Elephants. These are putting too much of a damper on it. So I guess timing doesn't matter then, because it's just not happening. So the answer is no. And then, does she love you? Looks like we're using Charisma for this one as well. No problem. Yeah, and I think we've got some detail on these cards. The Magician, King of Wands, the Moon. The Moon is putting a damper on things, but overall, it's a yes. So, let me see if I can get a better sense of exactly how that'll show up. Yeah, so it's a yes, and that's true even now. But it feels like it needs to mature, and that isn't happening until a little farther in the future. So we've got that going on. Um, King of Wands and the Moon. Um, this will be normal relationship stuff, so I don't know that we need to dig into that. So yeah. Yep. Let me know if you've got questions. Stephanie, uh, go ahead and ask your question. We'll try to handle it real quick. I am short on time. Okay. Yeah, we'll be using Cosmo for this one. No problem. Okay, we only got one card. That's not to say other stuff isn't happening, but this was worthy enough of a heads up. So, the Composer. As far as what this is in a normal tarot deck, I'd have to double check. I want to say Page of Cups. I'll look it up. This one is similar to the Three of Cups, where it deals with being in alignment, harmony, things falling into place. Let me make sure. Sorry. You're on set. Yeah, so Page of Chalices, Page of Cups. Playful, harmonious, energetic. harmony. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, things falling into place and alignment. So, positive. Nice stuff coming. Okay. And with that, we'll call it good for today. Thanks for tuning in. Always fun doing things for you guys. Just gotta dash to work. So, well, if you missed your opportunity, we've got another session next Friday. I'll schedule that right after this. And then people have been crashing the Wednesday session, which is, I try to read for posts online, but I don't know. If we get enough demand, we might switch that back to live readings as well. But we'll just see how that goes. But until next time, have a great weekend.